In this video, we're going to talk about the NECA Ultimate Marty McFly from Back to the Future 2. Welcome to the Swearwolves Horror Podcast YouTube channel. I'm Brett. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. And if you're new to this channel, I just want to thank you for stopping by. Please consider clicking both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell below. We upload videos on a regular basis in which we review anything and everything horror, from action figures and toys to soundtracks, various collectibles, video games, you name it. And today, we're going to diverge a little bit like we did in the last video. We're going to stick with Back to the Future, this ultimate line of Back to the Future figures from NECA. This is the Ultimate Marty McFly from Back to the Future Part 2. I had my eye on these for quite a while, like I said in the last video, which you can check out right there. I hadn't pulled the trigger on these, and then I got them as a gift from my fellow Swearwolf David, so thank you very much, sir. He got these for me for an early Christmas present. Taking a look at the cover here, we got this awesome artwork, which is reminiscent of the movie poster, Back to the Future Part 2, and then of course, there's a sticker right here, Back to the Future, 35th anniversary. The original movie came out 35 years ago. Side just says Ultimate Marty McFly. And we got the back of the DeLorean right there saying out of time. And the back side here, Ultimate Marty McFly from Back to the Future 2. Got a nice photograph of Marty. We can tell it's the Back to the Future 2 one because he's got that cap on. And then you can see at the bottom the 35th anniversary collection, the different figures. We already reviewed this one, and this is the one we're talking about. This one's coming out soon. The Doc Brown, I don't think, comes out until January, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, we got Biff Tannen and then Marty McFly from Tales from Space. Biff Tannen from 1955, actually. We've got a little write-up here. Marty McFly and Doc Brown experience the adventure of a lifetime in an unlikely time machine as they travel to the past, present, and future, setting off a time-shattering chain reaction that disrupts the space-time continuum. What this figure includes here, we got the hoverboard and flight stand, soda bottle and case, and interchangeable head and hands. Like with all the NECA Ultimates, we got a flap that opens, revealing the figure inside right here. And then, of course, we have a nice photograph of Marty kind of posed right there in front of the Hill Valley Courthouse Mall clock tower right there. Why don't we go ahead and open this up and give it a review. All right, I got the figure open. Before we get to the figure itself, let's go ahead and talk about these accessories. Now we'll start off, let's actually start off just with the hand, because that's the easiest thing to talk about. Just a hand here, kind of in a cup position, I'm assuming to hold the soda that Marty gets at Cafe 80s, I believe is the name of it. But nice detail in the hand here. NECA always does a good job with the fine details, especially on these smaller hands that they include. Let's talk about this. Okay, so we got the hoverboard. Hoverboard comes with a stand. Let's look at the board itself. Now, if you just wanted to display Marty like holding the board, this is how you would do it. Of course, it says NECA hoverboard instead of Mattel, I believe is what it is in the movie. And then here's where you'd put your foot. And the bottom side, these are, I'm sure it was magnets in the future technology that caused the board to hover. I remember thinking those were so cool and wishing that we would have those. I would fall on one of those now, but back when I was a kid, it would have been awesome. This is how you would display it if you just wanted him kind of holding it, which is cool. But if you want Marty standing on it, there's a couple things you need to do. There's no instructions into this. You just got to kind of figure it out. So that's what I'm here for. I figured it out so you don't have to. You got to pop this piece off, kind of pop it open, maybe like do a little flexing on that. And this top piece will just pop right off. Once that top piece pops off, you have this additional piece right here, which has a peg on it, of course, for Marty's foot. And you just kind of pop that in there in place of that one. On the bottom side, there's also this piece right here, which pops off. And it's got 4 holes, which you have this piece right here, which has 4 holes, 4 pegs, to go into the 4 holes, kind of like a Lego. Pop that in there. And then, of course, You got the stand. We'll move these aside. You got the stand, which has a ball joint, and you just pop that on top. And now the hoverboard displays just like that. And you can put Marty on top of there. Another accessory we got here is the Pepsi that Marty gets. Of course, it comes in this tube, kind of like at banks. You put something in and it just slides out to you. Don't know how that technology works, but it's 2015 technology, man. It's crazy. Anyway, so there's this tube, pretty cool. And then, of course, the Pepsi. And this is what all of our Pepsi looks like in the future, right? We get an alternate head. Now, this is just Marty without the hat on. So just your standard Marty McFly. Really good likeness of Michael J. Fox. Talked about it on the other video about how they did such a good job with that likeness. And now under the figure itself, let me go ahead and take it off of the stand. And we'll talk about articulation first. His head is on this ball joint, moves back and forth, side to side, up and down, all that good stuff. Shoulders, got a ball joint there, moves out, and then can go up and down. Got two joints here at the elbows, which help his get that better bend like that you can have. And then the forearm will also, should rotate, rotate a little bit. And then the hand has this little rotation in it as well as moving back and forth. Does have movement at the waist from side to side, just very little because the clothes kind of block him from doing that too much, but he does bend at the waist like that. And he's got these hip joints, cause his leg to move in and out, up and down, back and forth. The knee, and then the foot can turn, the foot can turn a little bit at that hip, but also we should have a little movement, maybe not so much in this figure. Oh yeah, right here. Right there in the foot. You can see it moves up and down. There you go, that hip movement, or that waist movement, of the ab crunch. We do have abs underneath there. However, this shirt, just like the last figure, has this soft rubber shirt over top of the figure. It's not molded onto the figure, so there is a little bit of a gap, which you can see the shirt kind of buckle up a little bit when I bend him. So that's kind of cool. I like how they did that. Again, not a lot of side-to-side movement on this figure, but that's just fine. For me, at least. Detail. Marty, of course, is wearing this ball cap. He's trying to impersonate his own son, who's going to get beat up by Griff and framed for crime and cause his whole life to spiral out of control. So Marty's going to stop that from happening. Little paint detail right there. Michael J. Fox doesn't have that mole growing out of his face, so it looks like just a defect from the factory. I don't know if I want to scrape it off or not, but whatever. Hat, it's pretty cool all around. Good likeness to that hat. And of course the face, besides the carbuncle growing out of his face there. Pretty good likeness to Michael J. Fox. The jacket, of course, this iconic jacket from the movie. I love this. Soft rubber right here to give it a little bit more life. And then the sleeves and the back side here. Again, that soft rubber. It's textured rubber, so it feels really good too. So I like that. He, of course, has his pockets inside out. That's all the rage in 2015, as we know. Come on. That's what it was. If you guys weren't doing that, I don't know what you were doing. And then he's got his jeans on and these iconic sneakers, which do actually exist. I think they're really expensive to buy them, but I think Nike made a pair of sneakers like this a few years back, probably back in 2015, to commemorate this movie. I do not have a pair. Overall, I really dig this figure. I think it's a good figure to have for representing this movie. I think they did a really good job with the likeness and all the little details as far as the jacket goes and the hat and the sneakers, including the Pepsi. I mean, I guess there wasn't much else that you could include with this besides the Pepsi on the hoverboard, but I'm okay with that. I don't know. I think I actually do know how I'm going to display him. Probably just on the hoverboard because I think that's the best way to do it. So why don't I go ahead and get him set up, and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, I got the figure posed as I want him to be, and it did take a little bit of patience, a little bit of finesse to get him balanced on this board here. I did do it. I don't know how long he's going to stay up there.
If you like this video, please click the like button. Also, if you haven't yet, or his head's out of... Come on, really? As far as I'm concerned, this figure is a 5 out of... Son of a bitch. You know what? Marty, you're starting to piss me off.
If I bump this table at all, so I took my hands off the table. If I bump this table at all, he's going flying. So, but as far as I'm concerned, this figure gets a 5 Pamela Voorhees heads out of 5 Pamela Voorhees heads. And I just love Back to the Future too. So there was really nothing they could do wrong as far as I'm concerned. But you might have different thoughts. And if you do, I suggest you comment down below. Also, if you like this video, please click the like button below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, and you feel so inclined, click both that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. We are the Swearwolves Horror Podcast, and we do a weekly show in which we review horror movies. So please check us out by searching for The Swearwolves wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also visit our website at theswearwolves.com. So, for the Swearwolves, I'm Brett. Hi, this is Brett with the Swearwolves. When I'm not editing videos or creating content for YouTube, I just sit here and wait and wait. If you like the video that you just saw, go ahead and click that button right there. And if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that other button right there. I'll wait.